the Trading College podcast. Thanks for joining us, and remember to subscribe for future updates.
Hi guys, Lee here. Welcome back to the very popular podcast here at Trading College. This is a solo podcast today. I'm just going to be talking about repeating the same trading strategies every day, which builds confidence in your trading strategy. And also, I'm just going to be talking about here trading at certain times of the day and ignoring all the other times, which will make your trading much more profitable. And you know me by now, we talk about the morning move. Now, the morning move is a trading window from around 7 a.m. to around 9:30 a.m. London time. And in that window of opportunity here, if you're based in Europe, in London, the markets have a move, and it goes on a morning move. And I'm assuming that we've got every trader in London looking to see how the European sessions open up, European indices open up, and individual stocks and FX pairs. And they want to jump on the back of these moves that move strongly in the morning. And this is called the morning move. Now, just imagine if you did this every day for 7 to 14 days, the habit of your strategy starts to feel familiar. Let's say you're going to be using our pro trading system. You're going to do the buy on green, sell on red, and you're going to look at your anchor chart, which is maybe a 60-minute time frame. You're going to enter maybe on a 5-minute or a 1-minute chart, and we're looking for greens to go long. And we do that at the same time every single day, of course, not at the weekends or in holiday times, but we're going to do the same strategy at the same time. And we could also add in the same market, like the German DAX. Now, imagine doing that for 14 days, 2 weeks. You know, you're going to start to feel familiar with that strategy, and you're going to start to understand it. And then if you repeated the same thing 21 to 30 days, that habit can stick. If it's a simple trading strategy, just like the pro trading system colors, buy on green, sell on red. Now, once we get to sort of the end of the month and up to something like 60 days, the habit becomes more automatic. This is the sweet spot for most people. And now you've got data on that strategy. Now, look, if you're going to be losing money on a trade strategy, you're going to know that pretty quickly within that 14-day period. And you're going to stop doing it, or you're going to get feedback on that strategy or your behavior. You might not be executing the trade correctly. You need to get that right, because that gives you a level playing field. You know, if you're getting the strategy right, the stop placement, then all it's about then is just working on making it, your performance better. So understanding that window of opportunity can be repeated every day with the same strategy can give us a great foundation to building a habit that we could last us for a lifetime. And more importantly, it builds confidence and it builds your trading account. Your trading account will grow. So doing the same thing at the same time with the same strategy, and possibly at first doing it in the same market, you might want to trade that with the German DAX. What does the opposite look like? Well, the opposite looks like waking randomly up in the morning, trading at 11 with a strategy, or 3 or 4 different markets, maybe the Forex pairs, maybe stocks. You're just switching from different, you're listening to your mates on WhatsApp, you're reading the news, you're watching the news. You're not trading at the same time every day. Look, you go to work at the same time every day, I assume. All right, you might have flexible hours, but you probably go to work quite a lot of time at the same time. You know how to get to work, you know your transport, you know how to get to your desk or whatever job you're doing. It's familiar with you. You pretty much can do it with your eyes closed, getting to work. Okay, not if you're driving, of course. And so the same things with trading. It is, for me, where I go to make my money. And that's where I've seen the same patterns on a chart happen every single day, because I look and I spot those patterns, and I'm familiar with those patterns every single day. If you start doing so many different things, you lose confidence. You don't create a solid habit that's going to give you an income for life. And if you're all over the place with no trading plan, no routine, no foundations, then it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. Now, look, you're probably saying to me, well, I work for a living, I can't possibly trade in the mornings. Well, you can do it maybe if you have some time off work. You know, if you have a little break, you have a holiday period, you might want to go, right, I've got 2 weeks or a week off and I'm just going to try and do this and see how it goes. So you've got to really sort of give yourself a chance to do that. Now, you might work from home as well, and so you might be able to do this from 7 till 9 in the morning. Imagine doing that for 60 trading days. How much information you would know about the trade strategy and whether you made profit. And of course, when you start the strategy, you might make mistakes, but as you get into it and you start pulling the trigger more and more every day, you'll see the routine, you'll see the pattern, you see the price action repeating itself every day. Okay, and then you become an expert, and then you become very confident, and you can get up and talk about it and explain, well, I've done 100 trades here, 70 were winners, 30 were losers. I could have done better on when it did this, I could have done better we could always do better. There's no such thing as perfection. And then after 90 days, you know, it is part of your identity. This is just what you do. 90 days to build a habit. It's not about the 10,000 hours. I think it's about the reps, the amount of time you pull the trigger and place the trade in that window. And the way you could do it, you could practice in a replay function as well. TradingView has replay. That's a chart platform. And it has a replay where it will just, you know, hide the future price action. And then you just sit there in the morning time, you know, in the evening time when you're sort of replaying what happened in the morning from 7 a.m., you can go and grab the replay feature with the Pro Trading system and just start it from 7 a.m. and let it play. When you get a buy signal, you just buy. Sell signal, you get out. Next one you buy, and you might do 3 or 4 trades. And you go, whoa, okay, I've made myself £400 here on this replay. It's a nice way to practice if you can't actually do it. And then what's really good this day and age, when you start to understand and build that habit and get really confident with it, you can really scale it up with funded accounts. Maybe you might want to just throw down $200, $300, $400, $500 on a 20, 30, 50 grand funded account and just risk that and see if you can grow that funded account. And it's not, you know, if you pass it, fantastic. You've got yourself a 30, 40, 50 grand trading account, which is fantastic. Can you see how I'm coming here into this? Because, you know, being an ex-professional sportsman, I was full of routine, which made me feel confident, which made me perform and then have an outcome. If you're all over the place and it's tough, I think people with ADHD that struggle a little bit in this area, it's tough for you. And I understand that because boredom sets in and you're looking to pick up your phone, you're looking to get onto WhatsApp, you're looking to Instagram, you know, and you just can't concentrate on one thing. Get yourself a little timer. I've got a little timer here. Just gets me focused and stay focused. No phone, no messaging for those 2 hours in the morning when I'm going for my day's money. Okay, and that will help with people with a little bit of that ADHD. Focus for that 2 hours, guys. Get some sunlight maybe into your office. Trade the markets. It's so well worth it because this then creates freedom, then creates financial freedom and no boss, no commute to work, all that stuff. It's well worth it, okay? So this webinar, this podcast, it's all about the morning move, doing it at the same time with the same strategy every day. Just imagine how much confidence that will give you if you did that for a month or 20 trading days, which is 1 month's worth of trading. Imagine that. Okay, guys, hope it helps. Come and join us here at Trading College. Jump on the Pro Trader course. It's got the software. It's got everything you need, the coaching. It's got our coaches that will help you and hold your hand. and live trading room, webinars, scan clubs, swing traders, day traders, Bitcoin, cryptos, Forex, US shares, indices, commodities, whatever you want to trade. You get the color method, and then you've got a great strategy and system for life. Hope it helps, guys, and I'll speak to you on the next podcast.
The Trading College Podcast. Thanks for joining us, and remember to subscribe for future updates.